7 child stars who were robbed by their parents. Macaulay Culkin was once the most famous child actor in the world, with blockbusters like Home Alone, My Girl, Richie Rich, and The Good Son. He earned over $50 million before turning 16, but behind the cameras, his childhood was being stolen. His father, who became his manager, was not just controlling, he was also abusive. As a kid, Macaulay never knew his actual net worth, but felt constant jealousy and resentment from his father. What should have been a dream life suddenly turned into a prison. By the time he was 16, his parents were at war over his money and custodial rights. They didn't just fight, they burned through his fortune in endless legal battles. In the end, Macaulay wasn't just robbed of his money, he was robbed of his family, his childhood, and his peace. 2. Mischa Barton. In the mid-2000s, Mischa was one of Hollywood's brightest stars, with a net worth soaring around $25 million. She had it all: fame, beauty, and a successful career. However, an unexpected family betrayal tragically ended her career. By 2015, she filed a lawsuit against her own mother for financial misconduct. Her net worth, which was previously $25 million, had significantly declined and has dropped to approximately $2.5 million. Her lawsuit wasn't just about money, it was about trust shattered. Mischa accused her mother, Nuala, of 3 major sins. First was stealing from her, second, was withholding the earnings she had worked so hard for, and third, was signing unauthorized endorsement deals that damaged her reputation and career. 3. Billy Unger. In 2015, Billy filed a lawsuit against his own father, who wasted nearly $400,000 of his earnings. His father, who was also his talent manager, blew $120,000 on luxurious vacations, including pampering and spoiling his girlfriend, not regarding the effort, hard work, and constant pressure it took his son to build his career. To make things worse, his father also allegedly took out a $1 million life insurance policy on Billy, and made himself the only beneficiary, leaving Billy potentially broke, with no money, no health or life support system. 4. Jackie Coogan. Jackie filed a lawsuit against his mother and stepfather, who blew his $70 million when he was 7 years old. After starring in Charlie Chaplin's 1921 film The Kid, Jackie Coogan became one of Hollywood's first child superstars. By his teenage years, he had earned over $4 million, equivalent to $60 to $70 million today. However, when Jackie turned 21, he was met with a devastating truth. His mother and stepfather had spent nearly every dollar on jewelry, luxury cars, and mansions. They lived lavishly, wasting money Jackie had earned suffering from harsh roles. Devastated, Jackie took them to court, but his mother's response was colder than anyone could imagine. She said, "No promises were ever made to give Jackie anything. Every dollar a child earns before 21 belongs to the parents." The public was outraged for the betrayal, the greed, and the loss of a young boy's future. 5. Jena Malone. At 14 years old, Malone filed a lawsuit for legal freedom from her mother. According to court documents, Malone's mother, Debbie, blew her daughter's $100,000 earnings, which was equivalent to nearly $200,000 today. She blew the money on personal luxuries, failed business ventures, and generous loans to relatives. What was meant to secure Malone's college education and future had been drained without her consent. By the age of 15, Malone took the bold step of filing for legal freedom. Not only had her trust fund vanished, but she was also saddled with $20,000 in unpaid taxes, debts, incurred under her mother's watch. In January 2000, Malone was finally granted legal freedom from her mother. She could now take control of her career and finances, but the damage had already been done. Her childhood trust was shattered, and the financial foundation meant to support her dreams crumbled beneath her. 6. Brooke Shields. As a child, Brooke earned over $10 million, which was equivalent to about $30 million today. However, her mother blew it all on glamorous lifestyle for herself, including expensive homes, exotic trips, and fashion. Her mother spent it all. Brooke's hard-earned money became fuel for her mother's fantasy lifestyle. At the age of 18, Brooke finally gained control of her finances, but what she discovered devastated her. The fortune she thought she'd built over years of work was gone. In interviews, she described the moment she realized how little amount was left as pure agony. Decades of her sacrifice and effort was wasted, and not by her own doing. The financial missteps made by her mother delayed her financial independence and caused major trust issues with advisors and managers. 7. Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was once the most famous child in the world, earning over $3 million during her career, but when she became an adult, she discovered only $44,000 was left in her trust fund. Her own father, George Temple, who had been trusted to manage her finances, blew all the money. The Temple family had lived in luxury, funded by Shirley's hard-earned money.